Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? It's Saturday morning. It's another postscript Saturday, a little PS to our real estate week here at Love to List. I'm Nancy Yonner coming to you live. And today's episode is what you need to know as a buyer when buying in a seller's market. Some really good information and tips here for you. Now, you may not need it right now, so just as a reminder, we do put all of these Postscript Saturdays on our YouTube channel. It is considered a valuable resource for you when and if you need it, or if you have a friend or family member or colleague that's thinking about buying or selling, please share this information with them. Particularly this episode is really important, okay? All right, before I get started, I'm actually on the run. I'm trying to quickly get this done because I am heading out to a client of mine, and a very dear client. She's a single woman, and I wanted to give a big shout out, thumbs up, shout out, thumbs up, high five to my personal assistant, Michelle Wood. Michelle Wood works with us full-time, part-time, if you will. She works consistently with us 3 or 4 days a week, and then she is able to help some of her clients because she is also a professional organizer, and she is Love to List, little secret weapon. We're so lucky to have her at Love to List, but that we can offer her services for our clients. And so as a value add at Love to List, when in need, Michelle will go and help our client. So we have this dear client, 75 years old, single woman, getting ready to pack up and move. So Michelle helps us with people getting ready for sale, like prepping their home for sale, but then also helping them get ready for the big move. Now this client has been in her home for 50 plus years. So, and she was kind of like, I'm not really sure I need the help. But I'm like, Michelle is coming over to help you. And, I think you'll really enjoy the experience. And, it's so helpful because when you're thinking about moving, Michelle helps you emotionally, some physical, getting things done. She's very active. So she'll help you decide what you want to move with you, and get packed up, what you want to donate, what you want to give to your kids, and then or trash. And that's why I'm heading out the door right after this live, because they worked hard for several days, and we have a bunch of trash bags at the farm of my clients, and I have a great trash guy, a haul guy. So I'm going to meet him, show him where the property is, and help him load some of that into the pickup. And full service realtor. Anyways, so no, seriously, way to go, Michelle Wood. So anyways, today's episode is very important, and the key takeaway that I want you to think about as a buyer buying in a seller's market, it doesn't matter when the seller's market. We're February of 2025 right now, and this could be 26, this could be 27. It doesn't matter. This information will always be helpful to you. So first of all, the key concept is being prepared. You must be prepared and open to the process, right? So there's five key takeaways, and I'm just getting my notes here in order. So the first and most important is you have to have your finances in order. You can't just be like a dabble, like have, a pre-qualification, right? You have to have a full-blown pre-approval. And what that means is that you've worked with the lender, you've made an application, you've given him or her all the documents that they request, and then that lender puts it through what we call in the industry desktop underwriting, and you get your pre-approval. Takes a little process, but you need to have that when you're ready to shop for a home in a seller's market. It is critical. And I did an episode on the value of working with a local lender, and that's in episode 8. So you can look at that one. But you must have your financing in order. You must have your down payment. You must be ready to go with your finances. So that's number one. Number two is you have to be ready and in the go, right? So oftentimes in a seller's market, the houses will come on, for instance, as a coming soon on a Thursday. And then for a week, they'll be in a coming soon status. So then it'll go live on the following Thursday. And then maybe with an open house Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday or all those days. And then review offers on Monday. Well, I always guide my clients that we're not waiting for the open house. We want to get in. We want to be like in there first. So we know it's in coming soon. We can't see it during coming soon. So that following Thursday, I want an appointment that Thursday morning. The reason why we want to do that is a couple reasons. We always want to be the first right to refuse. We don't want to just hang out and be like, oh, I wish we would have gone to that property. No, you got to get in and check it out first. And if you don't like it, fine, we move on. But we want to get in there first. And we want to be in there and have the time, right? We want the time to feel the house, to look at it quite thoughtfully. We don't want to be rushed. We don't want to be distracted. We want to hopefully get in there for half an hour, 45 minutes, really feel the property, look at the components, look at the HVAC system, look at the years, because in a seller's market, a lot of times you have to make a decision fast. So gather as much intel before the appointment and then at the appointment, and you want to go by yourself. Now, I will say that I do also recommend to my clients that if they want to go to the open, please do, because we get some intel. We get to see how busy it is. We get to hear what people are saying. So we use the open as actually an opportunity to gather a little more information, but you want to see it on your own with your realtor. Which leads me to my next point. Be prepared to be disappointed, because in this market, so many things can happen. And during that coming soon phase, a lot of times what happens is a seller may receive what we call in the industry a sight unseen offer. And so, because we're not allowed to see it during the coming soon phase, so an agent on behalf of their buyer may present a sight unseen offer. So the coming soon isn't a guarantee that that house will come to market. So you have to be prepared to be disappointed for that. You have to be prepared, or you might want to write your own sight unseen offer, by the way, which your realtor, myself, will discuss with you. You also want to be prepared that once it goes live on that Thursday, as an example, and then they're going to be reviewing offers on a Monday, well, the seller may decide to take an offer, just because they say they're going to review on Monday, they don't always stick to it. So you have to be prepared that the house may get what I call in the industry a bully offer, an offer so compelling that the seller is like, I'm shutting it down, I'm done. So your realtor may suggest for you to be the bully offer, or you to get your offer in sooner than later so that you have a chance. So you have to be prepared to be disappointed. And then the fourth point is you need to know that you have to be competitive when you're writing an offer in a seller's market. And if you want to be the winning offer, you have to be prepared to have as little or no contingencies, which is really hard on buyers. And that's why I say get in there first, get a feel for the property, think things through, and really decide what you're willing and not willing to do for this particular property. So, You may have to remove the appraisal contingency or the financing or a home inspection, which is really hard on a buyer, but you have to be prepared to be competitive. And you really need to have your own money down. One of the questions that I ask when we receive multiple offers is if there's gift money. And it's not a positive if you have gift money, because the gift giver could change their mind. So you want to always have your own funds in hand for your down payment, and at least 20% down. So the last thing is, this is what I love, because so often people want to go for the glitz and the glam, right? They want to go for the house that has the sizzle and the sparkle and, all the right things. Well, I guide my clients that actually let's reevaluate our criteria. Let me give you an example. If you're looking for a $1.5 million home with a 3-car garage, 4.5 baths, main floor study, a pool, nice size yard, backs to trees, well, and it shows beautifully. And your max is 1.5, and a house like that comes on the market at 1.5. Well, I can guarantee you that that house is probably going to go over the asking. So you really can't be looking at that 1.5. You really need to be looking at 1.1, 1.2, 1.250 as an example. And you may have to adjust your criteria. You may want to do a 2-car garage. Maybe ditch the pool. Maybe you can live with 3.5 baths, right? I mean, we live in this amazing country, right? Talking about these prices and these features. But I'm just giving you an example. The other thing is, so adjust your criteria. You have to be open to adjusting your criteria or your expectations in the home. Then the other thing is I love it when we find a sleeper house. And, buyers are like, Nancy, I'm sure, how can we find a sleeper house in this market, when things are flying off the market so quickly? A sleeper house to me is one that lingers, and there might be some reasons why it's lingering. Maybe it's not presented very well. Maybe it needs some fix up. Maybe the price is, too high. Maybe it doesn't have the best lot, or it doesn't have something that people really want. So, look for those lingering houses. Look for the ones that aren't as pretty. Look for the ones that, may have really terrible remarks and limited information and, looks vanilla, and all it really needs is some paint and maybe some new countertops, and it's actually a really great opportunity. So I love to find those gems for our clients. I can remember we did that once in this community called Country Club. It was perfect scenario, and those buyers have done really well, and they were in a hot market, and we found this house that was lingering, and I discovered why, and I said, you gotta run to this house. And and they love it. So anyways, those are the 5 key things as a buyer in a seller's market that you really want to consider, be aware of, understand, set expectations, and hopefully this is helpful to you so that when you're purchasing in a seller's market, you'll feel well prepared and you're going to be open to the process. And I just want to encourage you, you will find the right house. It will work out. It always does and always will. So anyhow, I hope that you are doing well. As I said, I'm going to go help my clients with their trash. And it's a beautiful sunny day here. And it's a football weekend, and our team is in the playoffs, which is very exciting. So I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you Tuesday from the Heart of the Home, where I will be sharing a little bit of eco-friendly products with you. And have a great day. In the meantime, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling, okay? All right, take care, everyone.